Introduction. What's Changed by John Clarke is an artistic film which explores the question, what's changed? The film is like one collaborative poem where snippets of interviews and lines of poetry in different voices are pieced together to create a layered narrative of what has and hasn't changed for DDM people in Peterborough. The film begins with a stamp being used repeatedly on a large piece of paper. At first it's unclear what is being printed. It is discreetly revealed that the question, what's changed, is being repeatedly stamped. The stamping on the paper alternates with images from disability civil rights protests. The alternating of images grows faster and faster. Multiple protest images fire in quick succession. The opening scene ends by revealing the multiple stamping has spelt out the words, what's changed, in giant letters, with each letter made up of tiny overlaid what's changed stamps. The remainder of the film is a mixture of footage from John's project, and the soundtrack becomes one long, powerful poem, with snippets of interviews and poetry from participants in the project. As part of the project, John ran 2 labs. A lab is a bit like a workshop, but more open and expressive. Lots of the visuals in the film are snapshots from these labs, above a brightly coloured tablecloth, close-ups of hands and faces, making various creations using wire, salt dough, cookie cutters, a pile of post-it notes, drawings, doodles and writings. People being drawn around, people making zines and bracelets and poems. Handwritten words in coloured felt-tip pens such as anxiety, change, help, worthy, perceived, seen and heard. And what is normal? Flourishing in their creativity. Cut between the shots of making are abstract images that symbolise movement or change, a clear blue sky transitioning to grey, tree branches, snapdragons and dandelions, fidget toys, a broken window, the job centre building, loose change being moved between hands. Other footage used relates to legislation regarding the Disability Discrimination Act, newspaper clippings from protests and official documents. The film ends with images of the adjectives interesting, worthy, changing, growing, perceived, seen and heard, and now in colour additionally showing me and how I know I'm different. The panning clear blue sky from the start is reprised with a video static transition briefly showing an image of John stamping. Please be aware this film uses flashing imagery throughout. Please be aware if you have any photosensitivity or sensory conditions related to light. In order, the voices you will hear throughout the film are Dee Tridos, Jay Gearin, David Tridos, Sandy Wardrop, Hannah Hart Kent, Kim Laidler, Sarah Clark, Kiara Hamilton, Helen Del Mar, John Clark, and Sarah Haythorne-Thwaite. The film uses flashing imagery throughout. Please be aware if you have any photosensitivity or sensory conditions related to light.
I look through the window, but they try to change my view. I had many choices this morning, but tonight I'm left with just a few.
So growing up, I felt very different from everybody else, and I think that's why I was drawn to alternative culture, alternative scenes.
I know I am myself as I know so well. My name is not myself, my name is David. I do not recall being John, therefore I am not John, and I do recall I am David. Everyone calls me David, so I am David. It's not much words.
I'm a delirious e-reader. I'm full of words, but they'll be gone in a flash.
I'm like that spoon everyone has in the cutlery drawer. It's unmatched, tarnished, stained. But it's there and it's part of the family. I am the distinct spoon.
Kind of thought these to represent most neutral and boring and wanting to hide a white colour as possible.
Damage.
On my path, I walk proudly, with only a few on my side. Being different, being me, is my curse and is my pride.
How I know I'm different is like a lively bike wanting to ride and travel everywhere.
Finding myself newly diagnosed and wanting to take medication to be normal, and then really finding out that I don't want to be quote unquote normal.
I may not be doing what society and nature thinks I should be doing, but I'm not causing any harm like a leaf in a cobweb.
Perception's a fractured window, a cracked and damaged view. To be read between the lines.
I look through the window, and I don't like the view that I see. The view of the hypocrites trying to tell me who I should be. I hear, why is he stimming, interrupting? Doesn't he know social cues? Why is he stealing our money and using ASD as his excuse? Disgusting.
With the uptake on diagnoses, people have started rejecting the idea that more and more people are neurodivergent, and the amount it's gone up is ludicrous. We've just become more able to diagnose people, and so therefore it seems like there's more people with neurodivergence.
When was the last time we had a proper winter, my nan would say? Or when was the last time you had a daughter in the family like me? I can still cause a chill and whip up a storm.
And one thing that I'd have been able to do last week and I can't do this week, but I might be able to do it again next week.
I look through the window. I hope the change would be for the good. But instead of spreading awareness and support, the government brings more harm than it should.
You're likeable, but I'm extra. Even when I'm not, I'm still okay. Even without the bells and whistles, I'm still a great treat.
So I support the movement proudly. I will stand tall and fight back. I'm shouting no to disability benefit cuts. I'm shouting no. It's disgusting attack.
I'm not always pleasant, but I am present.
I guess if you're kind of talking about what's changed, I guess that's what's changed for me, is that I do actually have that small group of people now that I don't feel like I need to mask around. And I think that's because that's from building up my social group. You know, when they say, oh, find your tribe, I think that's what's really important, is to kind of find people that get it as well.
Changing and growing, a lone sunflower, dictated by the light and wind. Refractive reflections. Refractive reflections, refractive.
I know I'm changing. It happens quickly and unannounced. I'm learning to settle into a new softness. It's like fast forward but with fuzzy edges, silently propelled forward, slightly out of control.
I feel like there's more representation out there. I don't necessarily feel like people have more understanding.
How do you find space in the middle of it all?
And sure, I struggle with things. It's part of who I am, and who doesn't struggle with some things. So yes, it absolutely has helped me understand me and helped me grow as a person and as an individual.
I am heard, like a hole in a tooth whistling as you talk. You can't ignore me.
Through my window, when I look to the future, we want to see a supportive community. Because we are also human beings, and we deserve to live with dignity.
The film was created by John Clark. Contributors were Sarah Clark, Rose Croft, Helen Delmar, Jay Gearin, Kiara Hamilton, Hannah Hart Kent, Sarah Haythorne-Thwaite, Kim Laidler, Keely Mills, David Tridos, Dorota D. Tridos, Gabby Tridos, Camille Tridos, and Sandy Wardrop. Additional material: Cyberweb FX, The Randomizer by Melfix and SFV TV. Music Surat, the Free Music Archive. Archive, Disability Rights UK, the National Disability Arts Collection and Archive, or the NDACA. Great British National Archives, under Open Government Licence. People Management, Peterborough Images. Special thanks to Arts Council England and Peterborough Presents, the Angle Gaming Lounge, Our Youth and Community Centre, Metal Peterborough, NDACA and Queensgate Shopping Centre. A special thanks to Alex Cowan, Rose Croft, Julie Fernandez, Charlie Jennifer, Sarah Haythorne-Thwaite, Keely Mills and Sandy Wardrop. Subtitles by John Clark. What's Changed? ? Copyright 2025.